All right, welcome everyone. Cool. As everyone's jumping in, just really excited to welcome all of you to the Startup Grind pitch battle today. This is a global initiative. There's over 60 chapters around the world competing in this competition. We're hosting the Boston version of this competition, so you're going to hear all local New England companies. We go up to New Hampshire and around the greater Boston area. But yeah, basically, today's event, we're gonna have really exciting pitches from a wider range of startups in different industries and sectors. And the winners of this will move on to, or the winner of this will move on to the North America competition and then the global competition following that. Um, so a little bit of background on your hosts. So I'm Jason Krause. I'm one of the founders. Founder of Prepare for VC. We run different accelerator and coaching programs and help early stage entrepreneurs. I've been the chapter director of Startup Grind Boston for probably 6 years or so now as well. And we also run an organization called Boston New Technology. I'll let Shweta introduce herself, talk a little bit about um, the Boston New Tech side as well, and Steve, and then we'll have Satish, who's our other judge joining us for tonight, give a quick introduction too. But yeah, Shweta, do you want to give a quick intro for everyone?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jason. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Shweta Agrawal, located in Boston as well. I'm one of the leader along with Jason and Steve at Boston New Technology and Chief Product Officer. My background is in product tech, startup ecosystem. I'm also a mentor to founders ranging from early stage to mid stage, mainly in go-to-market strategy product side. I'm also a startup advisor. Have been on panel on different topics around the startup. So really excited, to hear about your different ideas. And with that being said, I'll hand it over to Steve.
Why, thank you, Shweta. And it's a pleasure to be with all of you here tonight. I love Startup Grind. I love startups. Little background about me. I met Jason at a Startup World Cup event, and he was repping Startup Grind. Terrific guy Jason is. So I started checking out his fireside chats. The rest, as they say, is history. I made a friend. I made a partner there, and I later met Shweta at Startup Boston. So who am I? Besides all of my work as a serial entrepreneur, do a lot of stuff in operations and strategy, like chief operating officer at Prepare for VC, for example. Also helped to run Boston New Technology with Shweta and Jason, and very active in the startup grind world too. I am super, super excited for this event because we are, continuing to do more things at Startup Grind Boston. So let's go.
Perfect. And Satish, we'd love to have you give an introduction as well. Oh,
I think you're on mute, Satish.
there we go. Satish, did you want to give an intro?
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm Satish. I used to live in Boston, maybe about 25 years back. Moved to Texas, a place called San Antonio, which is about hour and a half from Austin. Um, I'm a serial entrepreneur, an engineer by training, computer engineer. I've done two companies, one in the healthcare space, a video conferencing system. This was pre-pandemic, where people were still doctors would be very inquisitive, but they would the first question they would ask is like who's going to pay for it, and then in the pandemic, like everybody started using it, so like um, companies like Zoom and all, became really, successful. I've done another company in the education space, mostly, again, bringing video conferencing to the classroom, and how it can actually be integrated with some other tools, which makes the faculty and the students more productive and be able to actually, interact with each other in a much better way. So I've known Jason for like a couple of years now. I think he was doing an event for BNT. So that's where I think we met. And, ever since that, whenever he requests, I just join him for these kind of events, so it's pretty fun to be able to judge, startups and be able to provide feedback mostly, instead of judging. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I always appreciate it. Um, and so what happens tonight? We're gonna pick there's a competition. The chapter winner, again, this is a global competition. The chapter winner receives a full access ticket to the Startup Grind conference in Silicon Valley that's happening April 29th and 30th. We'll also recognize the startups that competed and are, everyone did a great job or will do a great job tonight. We'll recognize the chapter winners and all of our local media as well. All the finalists. So that's you move on from this competition. Semifinal is North America. Everyone that makes the finalists for the global competition moves on to have two full access passes to the conference. Runner-up in the global competition receives an exhibition package where they get to have a whole table at the event for in front of 5,000 people that come around the world for the global conference. And then the champion um, also also receives a scale-up exhibition package for on-stage access and a presentation in front of thousands of people. So what's the Startup Grind Conference? Anybody here can register, attend, or apply to exhibit as well. It's startupgrind.tech, and I've been a couple of times. Um, yeah, I've been a couple of times, and you meet a lot of great people from around the world. All the directors of each of the local chapters, entrepreneurs, investors, advisors, and yeah, definitely worth checking out. And then our local chapter is where we host everything from virtual to in-person events, pitch competitions, fireside chats. We're gonna be starting a fireside chat series over the next we'll be making some announcements over the next few weeks here. And we host a lot of events around the Boston area. Um, and then we have Shweta, if you want to introduce Boston New Tech, tell us a little bit about our other partner organization here as well.
Awesome. Sure. So Boston Technology in, folks who are might have heard about it. Didn't think there's any question. I'm just gonna mute. Uh, just make sure you're muted when if not speaking. So Boston Technology, it's been 15 years. It's 15 years old. Originally started in 2011. It's a community for business founders, entrepreneurs, tech professionals, also, investors, where people come together and they get like connections or they need help. So when people come in, they find the solutions that they need for their problem. And at Boston Technology, we have hosted many events last year, um, including Startup World Cup, where we had 8 founders from Boston who went to Silicon Valley to compete with $1 million prize. And then we had hosted 2 startup weekends, in 2023, 2024. We have Startup Weekend coming up in May this year. I'm the lead organizer along with like Jason and Steve. So would definitely appreciate you guys to, check it out or attend. I think that's going to be amazing to have everyone come together in a room. We have hosted different startup showcases from AI, edtech, health tech. So it's for everyone. There's something or the other, given like what industry you belongs to. And this is a space for community members like you, founders, where they can come and connect. And if you want to know more about like what events are going on in Boston in technology, would highly suggest to scan this QR code, follow us on LinkedIn, check us out on the website Boston U Tech, and that's where you can keep yourself updated. And we are hosting with like Prepare for VC and Startup Grind. And yeah, go ahead, Jason.
Sure. And then Prepare for VC um, is a venture hub and resource offering everything from an accelerator program. We call our breakthrough program. So we run a 10 to 12 week program for early stage tech entrepreneurs. Our next program's launching the beginning of March. We have applications open on prepareforvc.com. And then we also have what we call Chart My Course, which is a free resource. If you go to our website on our homepage, fill out some information. We provide a personalized roadmap that gives you an assessment of where you are today, what your goals should be for the next 90 days, and different recommendations and resources to achieve that. So happy to offer that to anybody that comes out tonight and yeah, help you figure out where you are and where you want to go. And then on to the competition. So it's going to be a fast-paced event tonight. We're going to have 2-minute pitches judged on the following criteria: quality of the pitch, positive impact, potential to scale, exit potential, and likelihood of advancing to the finals if you make it to the semifinals. So each of the we're going to go one by one. So again, it's going to be pretty rapid pace pitch. You'll see a slide up on the screen while the founder is presenting. And then we're going to invite the top 3 performing pitches back up for 5 minutes of Q&A, dive a little bit deeper before we go into a quick breakout room and pick the winner. And we encourage, because there's, a great group and audience here as well. We encourage, like, if you have questions along the way, definitely put them in the chat, regardless of whether or not the startup gets invited back on stage. We'd love to have all of the questions and feedback in there for the founders to go back and answer and see what people are asking. And then we'll provide anybody you want to connect with. We're happy to facilitate them, or definitely use the chat to put in your LinkedIn's, make connections, and get to know each other throughout the event as well. We want to keep this interactive and keep everybody engaged. Yeah, we already went over the prizes. So, with that, we can kick off and get right into our first presentations. I'm going to have a timer going for 2 minutes for everyone, and then I'll just let you know, or I'll unmic when the timer is about to go off so you can hear it, and let you know that the time is up and when we're moving on to the next company. So the first presenter tonight I'm going to bring up is Blue Savant.
Okay, hi. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can. Perfect. I'm going to pin you here so we can all see you too. And the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks. Hi, everyone. So when my daughter was 2 years old, she was diagnosed with a delay in speech development. Luckily for us, through early intervention, by the time she enrolled in kindergarten, she caught up with her peers. Sadly, this is not the case for millions of kids worldwide at risk for autism. They have to endure a long wait list for diagnosing a disorder with a broad array of symptoms requiring lengthy and complex behavioral tests. That's when the diagnosis is finally made. They have missed the most effective window for early interventions. Our company is on a mission to transform the narrative of autism from late detection to early diagnosis. Our solution, with just a small sample of blood and through rapid gene expression analysis, our AI platform can detect nearly 90% of the cases and predict symptoms associated with autism even before they appear. The market for autism currently is $4 billion in the US and 12 billion worldwide, is growing at a compound annual growth rate of 8%. Our potential customers are not just children with symptoms, but all populations who can benefit from early diagnosis. We work with healthcare providers and lab partners to rapidly ramp up our platform. We'll outsource blood sample collection and gene analysis to existing labs, allowing us to focus our AI-enabled solutions solely on early diagnosis. Autism is a global problem. We are a global team with diverse expertise from neuroscience to genomics, from AI to data science. We have contributed 150,000 to our startup as a C Corp in Delaware. Our product is ready for demo. We're seeking 500,000 for regulatory approval for our device to be validated via clear accreditation as a lab developed test, which will be available first in US within 6 months and later worldwide for all at-risk children who will benefit from timely and effective interventions.
Perfect. Right on time. Great job, great presentation, and yeah, really exciting mission that you have. And yeah, no, amazing job. Would love to see interactions and questions in the chat. And excited to bring up our next presenter as well, for Nanolix. Perfect.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. Perfect.
Hi, my name is Robert Fletcher, and I'm co-founder and CEO of Nanolix. We provide versatile antimicrobial solutions for a safer future. We all remember the COVID-19 pandemic, where a new virus came and turned our world upside down, from the economy to global supply chains, even our personal health. While the worst of COVID may have passed, we're now seeing outbreaks of norovirus and avian flu. To protect ourselves, we use a staggering amount of disinfectants, which is actually making us less safe. This is because of something called antimicrobial resistance. As we overuse disinfectants, we're helping germs develop resistance to them. As populations rise, we use more disinfectants, which only fuels this cycle. The WHO has labeled this a silent pandemic, and the World Bank warns that it could cost up to $100 trillion by 2050 if unaddressed. There is a desperate need for new disinfectants that are safe, but effective against resistant pathogens. Introducing Nanolix. We've patented technology to produce plant-derived antimicrobials in powder form, which can be dissolved to make a potent disinfectant or else formulated with other products. Our material is long-lasting and widely effective against bacteria, fungi, and viruses. It's biocompatible, eco-friendly, and it does not contribute to antimicrobial resistance. With this technology, we're targeting surface disinfectants as an entry point, where there's been a surging demand for green disinfectant products. This market is valued at $2.6 billion, and we have a clear path to capturing over 50 million of that. But this is just the beginning. Many additional markets are ripe for disruption, each bringing unique opportunities. We're currently raising pre-seed funding to secure EPA regulation and foreign partnerships. We'll be using a B2B business model to exchange our materials and IP for revenue. Our growing board of advisors features leading academics as well as John Warner, one of the two founders of the field of green chemistry. At Nanolix, we are fighting to safeguard human health and the environment, and we implore you to join us in this mission. Thank you so much for your time.
Perfect. No, exciting mission, great impact you made, and sounds like you have a really impressive team around this as well. So great job. Again, definitely interact in the chat, ask your questions there, and yeah, excited to bring up Modulad as our next presenter here as well.
Yeah, hi, Modulad. Can you hear me?
We can. Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So Modulad is a result of investing and analyzing the industry of advertising. Advertising is one of the largest and fastest growing industries in the world. It's almost $1 trillion around the globe. Nevertheless, innovation has not happened at all since advertising was created. It's using everything that is available for advertisers. They're using screens, brighter screens, larger screens, just to show videos. And on the online world, they're using all the videos, captions that they can use, but all the users are either skipping the videos and not watching anything. So the reasoning behind the Modulat company is to create a system that will deliver dynamic and engaging advertising to advertisers so they can bring people to engage with their brands and they can create specific campaigns on a local, national, regional, or global basis. The system has been patented, is under patent pending status, and the idea again is to attract as many advertisers as possible and to engage with the public. So far, there is no system that has been created for advertising purposes alone, and everything that has been done, honestly, people don't want to see it, do not want to click it, or do not want to engage with. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Sounds like a really really novel solution there, and yeah, exciting progress.
Thank you.
Yeah, and great job. Looking forward to bringing Vocadian up.
Oh, can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Yujie, the founder of Vocadian. We're building predictive fatigue risk management for frontline workers. We target safety-critical industry like trucking, mining, construction, and aviation, and empower safer, healthier, and more productive workforce. Workforce fatigue costs more than $140 billion every year, which lead to more than 40% trucking accidents and more than 50% of accidents in heavy industry. Existing solutions still largely rely on self-reporting, tedious machine-based testing, or reactive monitoring tools that only act when risk events have already happened. However, effective solutions must focus on prevention rather than symptom detection. Here comes Vocadia. We're building a voice AI-powered B2B SaaS platform, leveraging proprietary voice biomarkers and machine learning to predict and manage worker fatigue. Here's how it works. Workers conduct regular pre-shift short speech reading tasks in just 30 seconds on mobile apps to get fatigue levels and performance forecast. Managers can optimize shift scheduling and task dispatch and deliver personalized interventions. Our market is worth $50 billion in the US and Latin America, growing rapidly due to stronger regulatory compliance requirements. We distribute our product through a direct per member per month subscription model and licensing to insurers and safety tech vendors as channel partners. Since launching, we've been working with 7 leading customers, including Anglo America, as well as leading liability insurers and worker compensation insurers. We've been demonstrated through the pilot 26% reduction in the fatigue incidents. We're working with more than 1,000 workers, achieved 40K in revenue from paid pilots and 100% retention rate. Today, we're raising 1.4 million pre-seed to accelerate go-to-market motion and by serving a long pipeline of customers. This will help us to break 1 million hours at the end of this year. Together, we're building a future where there's no more workplace tragedy happens because of fatigue, saving hundreds of thousands of lives and millions of dollars.
Great job. Another high impact venture. And yeah, it looks like you already have some questions in the chat too. So no, great job. And yeah, exciting presentation. Looking forward to bringing up Lynx as our next presenter here as well.
Hi, my name is Madison. I'm a former veterinary assistant of 2 years, now working on Lynx, creating non-invasive screening for canine skin cancer. Over the span of their lives, 1 in 3 dogs will develop cancer. And if losing your dog to cancer in their old age isn't bad enough, skin cancer often affects younger dogs, accounting for, on average, 25% of first cancer claims by breed. While an early diagnosis is crucial to a good prognosis, current canine skin cancer diagnostics are not good enough. Biopsies and FNA tests are expensive and time-consuming, leading to less time for patients and refused tests. This is why I started working on Lynx. With our AI-based tool targeted to vets, we are developing a platform that analyzes images of canine skin lesions as well as patient information to inform downstream diagnostics and treatment. As a non-invasive and software-based tool, Lynx will save time for vets, reducing the need for FNA tests and biopsies. As a more affordable test, we expect to see more clients opt for testing, leading to earlier skin cancer detection. Additionally, with biopsies, lesions are often removed at the same time as they are tested. But if vets use Lynx before surgery, they can ensure proper margins are used and no cancerous tissue is left behind. Vets will get access to links by their practices paying a monthly subscription fee based on the numbers of doctors at the practice. Vets will then have individual accounts through which they can submit images of canine skin lesions and answer a few questions about the patient's general health to get a predicted diagnosis and model confidence values in less than 5 minutes. We have currently collected around 1,500 cases from Torregen Pharmaceuticals, as well as academic and private partners who have contributed data to train our model through our web app. With this, we are raising a seed round of $3 million to wrap up development and launch. We believe in a future where veterinary diagnostics are affordable and efficient, and with Lynx, we can make this vision a reality. Thank you.
Great job. I know all my animals are excited about this. 2 dogs and a cat, and yeah, always great presentation. Excited to see some more comments and engagement, and yeah, the chat's really active today, so that's great. Yeah, great job, and looking forward to bringing out Jigsaw as our next presenter here.
Hey, thanks, Jason. Hi, all. Let's visit an enterprise. They have built their software applications on the cloud, but the original developers have left, the documentation has become stale, and the remaining cloud team is meant to manage the various kinds of operations that they have to, and that is slowing them down. Now, they might have access to a lot of tools, but most of these tools lack context, and they leave the burden of decision making onto these practitioners, and again, which slows them down. That's where JigSawML comes in. We are building a cloud management platform that relies on AI agents along with our novel software architecture detection technology to support these cloud teams. Underneath, the software detection technology uses the latest state-of-the-art AI to create the kind of abstractions and creates the context that is actually going to be useful for the practitioners to manage their day-to-day operations. As a background, I was an early engineer at AWS, and then I was a founding team member for Pinecone, which pioneered the concept of vector databases and is now a unicorn. And now I'm using AI to simplify the cloud. Overall, the cloud operations market is around a $200 billion market, and we are currently raising around 2.5 million to make this product, bring this product to a production quality for our design partners. Why JigSawML? Well, JigSawML is actually a bet that the rate at which the software is developed is going to increase exponentially. And in order to keep up with these, the cloud teams have to be way more productive and way more efficient. And therefore, they would have to work using a unified platform that can manage all their day-to-day operations. And that is JigSawML. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, great job. Really exciting venture. And it's always great when it comes from your personal experiences as well. So yeah, amazing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, amazing job, and looking forward to bringing up Quality Means Business or Qualiverse. Looking forward to the next presentation here.
All right. Thank you. I am Michel Moravia, CEO of QMP Inc., and I'm glad to present a disruptive software that addresses MedTech's biggest nightmare, US FDA denials. I'm a regulatory expert with over 15 years of Fortune 50 experience and with over a dozen medical devices cleared and approved under my belt. I can attest that the whole process is both painful and complex. It takes 3 to 7 years to bring a new device to market. You're spending $24 million solely on US FDA activities. But here's the kicker. When it's all said and done, medical device manufacturers face an alarming 67% rejection rate. Our product Qualiverse accelerates and de-risks the whole process by automating the manual research that needs to be done in finding a predicate device. It accelerates the generation of the technical documents that the US FDA needs to review. And finally, It de-risks the process with an algorithm that finds hotspots in your application that are prone to error and giving smart recommendations on how to fix them. This is a big market, well over 50 billion total addressable market. And we have a world-class team with over 100 years of experience that are excited and poised to fix this, both from a regulatory and an enterprise software experience. And this is a hair on fire problem. If your medical device can't clear the US FDA, your company dies. Thus, we are seeking slowly $2 million to validate our product and get our go-to-market strategy going. So we ask you to join us in revolutionizing the med tech industry. Thank you.
Great job. Yeah, definitely needed. And a lot of healthcare companies benefit from that. And all the patients at the endpoint that you're really solving for as well. So yeah, I'm gonna bring up the next presenter, but let's give it 60 seconds, just give all the judges some time to catch up on some notes, and then we'll continue with the presentations. Again, definitely make sure to ask questions, interact, share your LinkedIn's, get to know each other in the chat. And yeah, see if any of the presentations so far really stood out to you. This is a competition, but it's also a way to connect and meet great, exciting companies you want to get involved in. So definitely build those relationships here as well. Perfect. And now for the next presentation, we have Arch Robotics.
Hello, everyone. Good day. I'm Koray, founder of Arch Robotics. Imagine walking into a busy retail store for being greeted by Janus Mark 1, our autonomous robot. It quickly understands your needs through AI-powered conversations, suggests personalized offers, and even completes your purchase, no cashier required. When night falls, the same robot seamlessly transitions into a security role, patrolling the aisles and counting the inventory on shelves. All of this and more runs on our robust robot platform that integrates best-in-class AI functions from trusted partners around the globe. We are delivering more than a robot. We are delivering a complete AI-driven transformation solution. From retail chains to airports, hospitals to schools, even gyms, Janus Mark 1 ensures real-time data processing that's both fast and secure to let you have data-driven decisions for the future of your business. This taps into a massive multi-billion-dollar robotics and AI market, hungry for safer, smarter public spaces. And yet, 70% of the businesses fail to meet their digital transformation goals, particularly in those physical spaces, which are often overlooked. Our platform changes that, offering an easy-to-deploy, future-proof, subscription-based service designed to remove all technology adoption
This guy stinks.
and
This guy
ensure
stinks.
successful, sustainable transformation for businesses. What really sets us apart is our team.
This guy stinks.
We
This guy
came
stinks.
from 7 different countries across 4 continents,
Stinky
uniting
maninky.
deep
Stinky.
expertise in robotics, AI,
Stinky
human-centric
maninky.
design.
Stinky.
Can you hear that noise, guys?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Yeah, someone has to boot that person.
Yeah, go on.
Is that coming from?
It has to be whoever the host is.
It's Robert.
Hover over them and you'll
Stop
see
it, Robert. Robert, you better stop it.
There we go.
Stinky maninky.
I'm so
Stinky.
There's 2 of me in the thing. I don't know where that's coming from, but let me leave the meeting and I'll rejoin and see if it's gone.
Stink.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. We are good?
I think we're good. And I'm gonna turn back on the waiting room here. Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll give you
It's okay. It was the end of it. Like What really sets us apart in this business actually is our team. We came from 7 different countries, in total, like from 4 different continents. Uniting deep expertise in robotics and AI and user-centric design, that's what we did for more than 2 decades with my team. And in Archaea Robotics now, we would like to put it in our global perspective to truly drive our patient turns into ambitious ideas, the world-changing solutions. So we are looking for our first investment round because we are a bootstrap company. And first time we will put the investment round drawn and we will scale up in our business in US market. Thank you for listening, guys. I look forward to your questions.
Perfect. Thank you. And yeah, thanks for great job sticking through the
It's
distractions
okay, it
there.
happens. Trolls are
Yeah,
always
keep it
everywhere.
going
Doesn't
strong.
matter. Doesn't
No,
matter. We
great.
continue to build, doesn't matter.
Exactly. No, great job with that.
Some try to destroy, some try to build. It's the rule.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah, definitely, interact in the chat. And again, great job staying strong there. Perfect. And then next company we have up is Career GPT.
Thanks, Jason. Hey, everyone. I'm Alan from Career GPT, and honestly, we've all been there. Filling in job applications takes longer than it should, especially at scale, and LinkedIn outreach can be ineffective with ghosting from both recruiters and candidates alike. So with Career GPT, we're aiming to solve this through the power of agentic AI. Agentic AI will allow us to fully automate entire HR workflows, allowing us to intelligently auto-apply for job seekers and auto-source for recruiters so that they can spend time in other areas of the HR pipeline. As far as traction, we have over 1,000 users on the platform with 5 paid customers. On the recruiter side, our design partner is the VP of Recruitment at Winter Wyman, and on the job seeker side, we're exploring partnerships with the career office at Northeastern University. The current market opportunity for global HR tech is $37.66 billion, and assuming just a 1% share of this, that's a market opportunity of $837 million. Our MVP is currently complete on the recruiter side, and we're working on the job seeker side at the moment. As we're coding, we've identified several key GitHub repositories that will be instrumental in developing our agentic AI technology. So this is definitely a viable feature. We are the right team for this because we have a mix of software engineers from Northeastern University and business people, including a startup advisor who once served as a chapter director of Startup Grind. And we're looking for both accelerator programs and investment opportunities. And we plan to use these funds to further build out our agentic AI workflow, pay for influencer marketing, and fund expansion of the team. So just to reiterate, we're Career GPT and we're building the future of agentic AI for HR tech. Thank you for your time and attention.
Great job. Yeah, exciting opportunity, and no, it's great to see how far that's come, the platform itself since we originally met, and no, it's really exciting what you're building. Again, looking forward to the engagement in the chat, and yeah, we have a couple presentations left, and then we'll be going into some Q&A with the top 3 scoring companies from there. We'll take a quick break right before we do Q&A just to collect some feedback amongst the judges, give everybody a quick bathroom break, and then we'll continue with Q&A and move forward from there. So Snogo Mogo is our next presenter. Excited to call you up.
Yep. So how's it going, everyone? So after moving to Massachusetts for college, meeting my now wife, and buying our first home, I was caught off guard by my first major snowstorm, and trying to find reliable snow removal services was just stressful. I later find out that lawn care and seasonal cleanups were just as fragmented, and that's why we built Snogo Mogo, a subscription-based platform designed to help busy families maintain their properties year-round. We offer guaranteed service, priority scheduling, and transparent pricing, all managed from your phone. Our advanced fleet management system and payroll tools empower landscaping companies and independent contractors to deliver timely, high-quality services to families like yours. And by integrating predictive scheduling and real-time weather tracking, our goal is to give you peace of mind and your time back, bringing a $150 billion industry that remains fragmented to the 21st century. We're also building key partnerships with real estate companies, community groups, and other tech startups to set us apart, that not only make it easier for families to find vetted professionals that they can trust, but these partnerships are geared to not only build but improve entire families' qualities of living. Our team brings firsthand experience in software development, operations, and property management, and we're determined to modernize this outdated industry. We are looking for $1 million to improve our tech, expand our operations, and improve our marketing efforts. Thank you.
Great job. We've all been there on the needing some snow removal. So great that you're offering the service and been able to create a scalable platform from it. Yeah, and great work. Excited to bring Travis ASM up as the next presenter.
What's going on? Hopefully this thing's working. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Hello, everybody. You're going to get hacked. That's an inevitable fact if you're putting anything online. One of the things that you need to do is know what you have put online. That is what Travis does. It goes and it scans the entire attack surface so that you know what is exposed from your servers. If you know what's exposed on your servers, then you can figure out how to fix it if anything that shouldn't be exposed is. 10.5 trillion in costs annually by this year. That's the estimate for the amount of cost associated with breaches of company data. 3.8 million records are stolen every day. The challenge that a lot of cybersecurity firms face is that they do not have either the tech, the staff, the budget, any of those things. As a result, you need something like Travis. There's no way around it. So what we did was we actually work with hackers that are absolute experts in their field. The entire application was built through the eyes of an attack. So in order to know what they are going to find, how they're going to find it, what they're going to do with it when they find it, you need a solution like Travis. Thank you for your time. We are at travisasm.com.
Perfect. And looks like we were somewhat hacked earlier on this on the Zoom call. So great to have your solutions here, and yeah, definitely needed platform. Thanks for the great presentation, and looking forward to bringing up Orion Health as the next presenter here.
Good afternoon. My name is Tim Coleman, and I'm the Architect of Operations for Orion Health. We are the Amazon of pediatric blood.
Stinkus meninkus.
And
Stinkus
we're raising
meninkus.
$500,000.
Stinkus meninkus.
in a seed
Whoa,
round.
whoa.
I think
Whoa. Stinkus meninkus.
Jason, can you hear that?
Stinkus meninkus.
it's
Stinkus meninkus. I am Mr. Stinkus meninkus.
Alex.
Keep on going.
Oh, is he gone?
I'm trying to remove him. It's Tim. No, sorry, it's Alex. So
All right,
okay.
we're good.
Yep.
As I was saying,
All
good
right,
afternoon. I'm
you
Tim
can start
Coleman,
over.
and I'm the Architect of Operations for Orion Health. We're the Amazon of pediatric blood sampling, and we're raising a $500,000 seed round. 1 in 5 children in the United States have a chronic illness and account for 75 million blood draws annually. Let me tell you a story about Molly and about how Orion Health helped her. Molly was 7 years old when she was diagnosed with a chronic illness that required her to have multiple blood draws a month, all while she's deathly afraid of needles. Additionally, Molly lives about 45 miles outside Montgomery, Alabama, an hour and a half drive to the hospital to have her dreaded blood work. Orion Health is changing all that. How? We developed the Artemis platform to give Molly the opportunity to take her blood sample in the comfort of her own home, pain-free and safe. That takes just 90 seconds. Her mom simply packages the blood sample, puts it out on the porch, and FedEx picks it up for delivery to the testing lab. Orion Health was founded to help kids like Molly, and the Artemis platform is the backbone of Orion Health. The Artemis platform is a logistics and informatics platform that allows us to virtually screen, enroll, and to help parents sample their children's blood from the comfort of their own home. Before July 7th of last year, no parent was empowered to take their child's own blood sample. But on July 8th, when we went live, we empowered every parent in the United States to take their own children's own blood sample and send it in for testing. We're currently operating in 23 states, and since July, we've captured over 130 blood samples. We're working with major healthcare systems across the United States to really broaden our reach. And so today, because of Orion Health, the future looks brighter for kids like Molly with chronic illnesses. And we hope you'll join us in building Orion Health by investing in our $500,000 seed round. We're Orion Health, and we're the Amazon of pediatric blood sampling.
Great pitch, and excited to hear you're helping all the Mollies around the world. Yeah, amazing job, and looking forward to looking forward to learning more here and seeing.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, awesome. Great job, and yeah, now we have Comedy coming up as well. I would love to invite the Comedy team to the stage.
Yeah, everyone, my name is Spencer, and I'm doing Comedy, which is an automated intern management tool. So it's no surprise to anyone that internships are the future of work, and rapidly more and more companies are adopting internship programs. Now, typically, every single company will face the same dilemma when they get to this, and they have to choose either A, invest a big chunk of their employees' time and resources into developing these internship programs, making it smooth, or B, sacrificing some of that and using some of that for chasing the bottom line, short-term profits. It's a difficult decision to make. It's not really black and white, and companies are going to make the wrong decision usually. And this is seen on the other side of things as well. Interns like me and countless others that I know can feel that the company could be disorganized or just doesn't really care about the internship program. And this can negatively sway someone the other way to not want to return full time to the company. So obviously companies don't want this. Comedy, what we want to do is bridge that gap, automate processes that are commonly seen in internships, so that we can get to focusing on the things that actually matter. So things like feedback collection, reports, progress reports, satisfaction reports, and even just the learning process in general. Just imagine as an intern, if you had an AI assistant trained on company data to be able to answer any questions you have about getting settled in, about your role, the industry. And then on the manager side of things, right? Managers already busy, schedules filled to the brim. You have 5 things juggling around your head at any given moment. So we don't need to have an intern's struggles be a 6th thing, right? Because now with Comedy, you don't have to have what the intern was struggling with at the top of your mind for the week. Instead, you could offload it to Comedy, check 5 minutes before your meeting, and then go right into diagnosing a problem without having to fumble around looking for it. So this is what we do, trying to help companies take back control of their time.
Perfect. Great job. You're going to help a lot of businesses and students here. And yeah, exciting pitch and platform. Yeah, great presentation, and looking forward to inviting Roy up to the stage as our next presenter as well.
All right. So Croy is a one-stop shop platform that helps high school families with the financial parts of selecting college. So, I mean, college tuition has risen 84% in the past 20 years, and wages are not rising anywhere near the same rate. So the idea that college is an investment in your future self has never been more true than it is today. And Croy's here to help you get the best return on that investment. So this was created out of a combination of my own difficulties selecting a college that matched my financial need, the experience of my fellow loan-bearing teammates, and the research we've done for the past couple of years amongst the high school population. Our biggest differentiator compared to all the other noise out there is our focus on easily digestible data analytics and our holistic cost benefit analysis, which not only takes into account, what you're spending versus what you're making, but also the different criteria and how important certain things are to you and how likely you are to get financial aid. and we integrate AI and machine learning into these algorithms, which nobody else in the industry really does, and it provides even further analytics that can help the families make the most informed decision. So our focus is presenting this in the best way possible so they can make that decision on their own. And for individuals, we charge $99 for access to the platform and $299 for access plus a 1-hour session with a financial aid expert, which we partner with a couple of them. Our go-to-market strategy is integrating into high schools, so into their college counseling departments, and then upselling the parents after the software. We also are partnering with tax advisors, financial advisors to reach more parents, more individuals, partnering with nonprofits as well. And we just finished the product up a couple weeks ago. We have 10 schools being onboarded this month. And by February, we'll have a little over 3,000 users. And we also have a revenue sharing agreement that we've secured by a student loan lender, which we'll continue to promote on our site. So we're raising now a seed round of $850,000. So if you want to check out the site, it's croy.io. And if you're interested in joining our mission, please reach out. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Great job. Congrats on the recent launch. And yeah, definitely timing seems right for that as well. So yeah, great presentation and looking forward. Bring up our next presenter, Ashmi Health.
Hi, everyone. My name is Piali, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Ashmi Health. So I was 7 when my mom lost her uterus due to a hormonal condition, and her quality of life deteriorated significantly after the surgery. Sadly, she's not alone. More than 3 billion women worldwide suffer from a hormonal condition, and most often they have 2 options. Either take medications for their entire lives, medications that have intense side effects, or undergo such life-changing surgeries. However, as a researcher in nutrition, I know that there's a decades of research that suggests nutrition to be as effective as medication. But traditional nutrition advice is based on outdated. That is why more than these 3 billion women, they are struggling to find the right nutrition. On an average, a woman would spend more than $3,000 jumping between nutritionists, doctors, and wellness experts trying to piece together fragmented information and make sense out of it. At Ashmi Health, our mission is to make this process as seamless as, let's say, ordering your favorite meal. Using AI, we connect women to the right nutrition based on their health, hormonal, and lifestyle data. Think about it like having a 24/7 nutritionist or a health coach in your pocket. Last year, we have already helped more than 2,000 women improve their hormonal symptoms and save more than 5,000 in medical costs. Our team has decades of expertise in nutrition and AI, and we are raising a $300,000 angel round to reach 200,000 women. If this is of interest to you, I would love to chat more.
Impressive, how this led from your personal story to how many people you're helping and supporting now. And yeah, great job sharing and building everything you built. So there we go. Yeah, great job, great presentation. And we have two final pitches before we move into Q&A. So yeah, our next presenter is going to be Care Hero.
Hey everyone, my name is Jamie. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Care Hero. Care Hero is an AI-powered online platform that helps families find, hire, and manage in-home care services for their aging loved ones, saving 40% compared to hiring through a traditional home care agency. The story of Care Hero began with my family's 7-year journey caring for my grandmother with Alzheimer's disease at home. When you have a loved one with a chronic condition and prefer to age in place, it's a super stressful journey. When she was discharged from hospital, we spent hours calling different home care agencies and interviewing caregivers who are really strangers who we hope will be a good fit for my grandmother. And now imagine multiply the pain my family went through by 73 million. That's the number of baby boomers in the US who are turning 65 years old and above by 2030, and 80% of them prefer to age in place. Our home care today has an average cost of $75,000 per year for families they're paying out of pocket, with an industry turnover rate of over 80%. This is because home care agencies only pay their caregivers 50% of what they are charging their families, and caregivers have no control over their schedule or the family they work with. CareHero is transforming this industry by connecting families directly with caregivers most suitable for their loved ones' needs, while using AI to automate the administrative burden of setting up a contract, managing the payroll, and doing tax withholding. So as a result, family can save 40% compared to using a home care agency by hiring directly, while saving 60 hours of work to be complied with the federal and state regulations of household employment. Since launching our MVP in October, we have more than 115 Care Hero who joined our platform, and we have served over 40 families for their care needs. We expect to reach over $10,000 of booking value in January, and has also recently secured a B2B partnership to serve over 400 families with revenue potential up to $1 million. We're looking to raise pre-seed financing to help us accelerate product development to capture this opportunity. At Care Hero, we believe everyone deserves to age in place safely and happily, and we're empowering this change, starting with the 140 billion home care industry. Thank you so much. Looking forward to connect with you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, great job. Really powerful story and product and mission you've developed, and yeah, great presentation. Looking to bring up our last presenter here before the Q&A, we have Circ Plus.
Thank you. Do you know what the second largest energy drain on our grid is after transportation? Hotels and multifamily units. Here's a staggering fact. A 100-room hotel can consume as much energy annually as 500 homes. That's shocking, and it's unsustainable. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. See, hotels are in a crisis globally. The average hotel is 56 years old, wrestling with skyrocketing energy costs, struggling to meet net zero mandates, left with only legacy solutions requiring shutdowns and costly subpar upgrades until now. I'm Yanni Darros, CEO of Circ Plus, a family of retrofittable clean tech solutions driving sustainability and energy efficiency with plug-and-play technology. See, we've solved all these issues and more because no one has to date. Our flagship offering, EcoSense AI, is the industry's first smart room as a service platform that can save up to 40% on energy costs. And what makes it revolutionary? Zero upfront costs, 60 minutes installation, and our patented mesh network that transforms any hotel room into an energy efficient smart room. But we didn't stop there. Our premium Lux system isn't just about savings, it's about elevating the guest experience. Don't take my word for it. Expedia awarded us the highest rated technology solution they've ever tested. And the market's responding. Pipeline of 100,000 rooms, projected $20 million in near-term revenue with zero production risk because we have 10,000 of these on stock. And we have secured 6 broad method patents, 400 years of experience. The question isn't whether hotels will modernize, it's who will lead the charge. Circ Plus is here, ready to scale and posed to dominate. So join us today to become the next industry standard across the globe. Thank you. We are Circ Plus.
Perfect. Great job. No, I love all the traction items and you know what you've already been able to do already. So
Thank you.
amazing work, and yeah, just love to give a shout out to everyone for yeah, we had 17 amazing pitches in one event, and everyone did an incredible job so far. So I know yeah, I mean, really hard to find a great, as great of a group like that. Had to sort through a lot of our, a lot of applications. There's some of you probably in the audience too that applied and are looking to join our next competitions here as well. But just wanted to, yeah, give a quick shout out to everybody that pitched tonight. And I'm gonna take a couple, just quickly kind of look at our score sheet. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second as we kind of analyze and see who we're gonna bring up for our Q&A. But again, everybody, we're here to build connections. If there's, you might have had a different company that resonated the best. So definitely make sure to reach out, connect with any of those ventures that really stood out to you. And we're here to build those relationships. Looks like the first company we're going to have back up is Orion Health. And we're going to do, I'm going to bring you up and then we're going to do up to 5 minutes of Q&A. So, our team is going to ask questions, but we're also going to open to the chat. I'll share your slide again as well. There we go. And then, yeah, anybody that has questions can come in and ask them too. Where is your slide? There we go. Perfect. Let me share my screen.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate being called back.
Yeah, great job. Cool. Yeah, I'll turn it over. Shweta or Satish, did one of you want to start? If not, I can kick us off.
Go ahead, Jason, and I can jump in.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so no, really impressive platform, being able to do the sampling at home. So you know, um, what's your biggest competition right now? Is it purely going into a hospital and, doing everything in-house, or are there other players in the at-home market? And if there are, how do you differentiate from those players?
Yeah, so we actually went into the pediatric market for a couple reasons. First, that's really where my co-founder, his daughter, is one of these chronically ill children, and there are no solutions for at-home blood sampling for children right now. And so we spent about a year trying to figure out what was the best way to actually accomplish this so that we can get those blood samples, and then for the study that we're doing right now, we actually analyze the white blood cells using single cell RNA-seq. And we generate about 110 gigabytes of data from each blood sample so that we can start to understand the pathology of that chronically ill child's disease. And so right now, we essentially have a momentary monopoly. We are the only company in the United States that can empower parents to actually sample their children's blood.
That's amazing. And I'm assuming this is a platform play, so there's multiple, types of or blood samples or have a lot of use cases, but is there a trajectory from kind of where you started to other sampling?
Yeah,
techniques.
great question. So we're a B2B2C business model. Like I said, we're the Amazon of pediatric blood sampling. So what we're able to do is if there's a hospital system like Children's Hospital of Colorado, they see all the children along the Rocky Mountain Range. And so if they, send a child home who just had a massive leukemia treatment, they need to sample his blood more often. And so they don't want to send the kid to a primary facility where his immune system shot, he might get sick, and that could cause to mortality. So for us, we look at this as the ability of being able to bring at-home blood sampling to those care providers, like at Children's Hospital of Colorado, and then to their researchers who are actually studying those cancers. And so we can go out and find those very rare children who might have an autoimmune disorder that's rare, and you only have 100 cases across the nation. Now we can sample those children in their house. And then finally, when we put the data together, we have a SaaS model sitting on top of it so that we can work with diagnostic companies and biopharmaceutical companies to find future generations of diagnostics and therapeutics to help these chronically ill children.
This is Satish. I was just wondering, like, have you actually considered partnering with, these home healthcare companies where, they send their people to actually provide various services?
We have, but their model is completely different than ours. The parents have to deal with, scheduling the phlebotomist to come and take the blood sample and all this. With us, we send the kit immediately, and the kit's small. It looks like this. YourBio produces the device that we send. This is out of Bob Langer's lab at MIT. So we send it to them. It's available. So if, let's say a child is perfectly fine, but the next morning wakes up and is having a flare, that parent's going to pick up the phone, call the emergency room, and say, "Hey, my kid's having a medical event. What should I do?" And they said, "Well, if it gets worse, come to the emergency room. But if not, take your normal meds and schedule a doctor's appointment." And that doctor's appointment will have 3 days later. So all that data that's happening in that child's body is being lost by our healthcare system today. And so the parent can pick up the device, take a sample, schedule online in their parent portal, the pickup by FedEx, and the next day the sample's being analyzed. And so our business model is completely different than mobile phlebotomy. It's phlebotomy on demand for the parents.
So how do people find you? Like you're a small company still, right?
Yeah, so we're mostly working with our atomic network, where we have healthy children who are mostly siblings, plus children that have juvenile myositis, and we've got a very large internet social media following that I have to give credit to my 16-year-old nieces who run our social media channel, Maggie and Riley Kazanjian, and they do a great job really driving people to our website, which you'll see is completely built on for kids, because we're a pediatric company. So if you go to orion.health, you'll see that we introduce you to our superheroes, and our superheroes really help the kids understand what's going on and how they're going to have their blood drawn. And then eventually, we're the only company in the United States that can bring the data back to children in the form of a comic book. And so the children, and this is written on a level of a 10-year-old that can read it, can then see what's going on with their blood and really work with the superhero guides that we have. So we've got a complete cycle within the Artemis platform to be able to constantly bring these people in and really give them an option in healthcare that they've never had before.
I do have another question, like follow up to what Satish mentioned. Tim, like what is your timeline looks like when they send you the sample? Like how many days does it take for you to get back the results to the parents or kids?
Yeah, so right now we can take a blood sample today. It would be picked up by FedEx, overnighted to San Francisco. And for the studies that we're doing right now, we want to see the live blood cells. And so the data is generated within 48 hours.
How do you make sure that data, like, sorry, the blood samples are not tainted, meaning like it's secure, and I don't know like how much time it takes, like I don't know if the blood is outside, like do they need to be like in the cold space, or are they still like relevant to test it out? And what is like the compliance, like the HIPAA part comes into the picture when you are like, sending out your blood samples through FedEx and different delivery methods?
Yeah, so everything that we're working with right now is personal protected information, and all of the parents consent into the program, and any child over the age of 13 assents into the program. And so, from that perspective, in terms of the safety of the vial, when it's packaged, it's taken and it's a very small tube of blood that you can see here. It's only about tip of my finger big, and they take the sample. It takes about 90 seconds. They put the cap on it. They put it in the return box that's sent with it, and in that return box there's an ice pack on the bottom, an ice pack on the top, and that keeps it at a good temperature, usually between 4 degrees. Inside the box we actually have a temperature monitor that can track the temperature from the time it's packaged to the time it's actually picked up. And those temperature monitors work for a week. But for us, because we want the live blood cells, we do an overnight. They're then processed. Single cell RNA-seq happens within 48 hours. And so our most effective timeline is 48 hours. But we're just in the process of starting to work with the Mayo Clinic which is the third largest laboratory in the country behind Quest and LabCorp, and they need the samples in 2 to 3 days. So, so for our stuff and what they're going to be doing in terms of routine blood labs, we're basically making this phlebotomy on demand for the parents so that whenever there's a medical event, the sample can be taken and it can be processed to the right lab for the right labs.
Yeah. One last question. I know we want like maybe might be over time, but what is your pricing for one kit or one sampling?
Yeah, so it depends on the test at the back end. Right now, these devices plus all the shipping is about $20.
Yeah.
And then after that, depending on what test is done, the pricing can go from a few dollars all the way up to about $300.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate the questions.
Sorry, I was just unmuting. Yeah, we actually I'll give one last question because there's a couple similar questions in the chat just asking about the training process. I know you mentioned like you gear the materials so the children are comfortable, but how complicated is the training process for the parents?
Yeah, so part of the Artemis platform is we built a parent portal, and on that portal we have all the different surveys that they would need to take, the consents and assent forms they need to fill out, and then we have a video channel. And in that video channel, there's a 10-minute video to see how to sample your child, and then there's a 4-minute video to show how to package the sample. And so in that 14 minutes, the first time's always anxious. I'm usually on the phone with the mom who's doing it, but I have a mom who has 3 children, and in 20 minutes before school, she can get all 3 kids done. So it's a fundamental improvement in pediatric healthcare that's long overdue.
All right. No, great job, and thanks for answering all of our questions here.
Good luck with the company.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The next company we're gonna call back up for Q&A is Croy.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, excited to bring you back up to the stage here.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Great. Yeah, so kick things off, and again, we can take additional Q&A in the chat too. But yeah, definitely, needed solution. There's a lot of talk about everything from the student loan, student financing process. So, I know there's been some new regulations the last couple of years. How has the market, the model, the need for this changed over, the last last several years here?
Yeah, so a recent development, most of our schools are in Massachusetts or New Jersey, where I'm originally from. And for example, New Jersey, despite your financial background, is starting to require you to fill out all of the financial aid forms, no matter what, just in terms of applying to college. So now, you have a bunch of students who aren't really used to this, a bunch of counselors in districts who aren't used to having to distribute these things. So this level adds another level of support. And really, it's just a big focus. The government wants everybody to fill out all of those forms. They want everybody to start considering the cost of colleges. I mean, colleges are shutting down everywhere just because people aren't coming to them because there's not enough value. So it's really about sifting through the noise, I think. And every year there's more and more noise around this process, and it's about cutting through and just finding the clear answer for what's best for my future.
So this is Satish. Do you also get into coaching students in terms of how to apply, get into more of whatever schools they're actually looking at, and what's the criteria for succeeding, those kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we have a portion of our tool. Our tool is really relevant from the end of sophomore year of high school when you're starting to have that conversation to the end of senior year when you're figuring out how to pay for it. So we have matching algorithms that match you with schools based on your financial profile. So we just take criteria, some financial information from the parents, and then match you with schools and figure out, based on my academic record, in combination with all the criteria I'm looking for, what I want to study and my financial situation, what are some schools that are maybe a better financial fit that I'm not considering? So yeah, we do provide some information in regards to that. But the whole thing's really just a suite of tools that follows you throughout the process.
Okay. So how do you reach the student? I mean, because I think they're your primary customer, right?
They're our primary user, but I'd say our primary customer is probably going to be the parents themselves, and also the schools. So we reach the student by contracting college counseling departments of high schools. So we reach out, we get embedded into their department. They start introducing us as a part of their curriculum. So every student's using our site as they're moving through the process. And that's how we're kind of engaging with them through their college counselor as an intermediary. And then we reach parents and families individually through either financial advisors, tax advisors, or just college fairs, college programs. Again, there's a couple different ways to reach students, but schools are definitely the best vehicle, at least in our early stage.
Okay. Yeah,
And
good luck.
Thank you.
sorry, I don't know, Satish, you had another question or
No. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, thank you. So Nick, I wanted to ask, like, so college students, I'm guessing your target audiences are like the undergrad and grad and postdoc, everyone, or is it just like you have specific target audience for
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, so right now our target audience is high school students who are looking for their undergrad degree. But we were brimming with ideas in how to transition students from undergrad to graduate school as well, because cost is often a huge concern there, and return on investment really comes up a lot. But that's really a matter of just tweaking the data that we actually have and just integrating more data into the site. But the algorithms that we've produced and our IP is really relevant for both levels. So that's something that we're going to be integrating into the product soon.
And so I'm understanding is like you have a platform, right? Like it's a website or something, and that's when like they can sign up and they can enter their financial information. And how do you make sure, like, if I'm guessing like parents will be using all, students, high school students will be entering the information. So what kind of like finance information do you need? Is it like, oh, how much you're earning in a year, or like the household income, and based on that you're using, and first of all, like how you're making sure like that data is, it's secure and safe because they're entering the financial information. And the second part is, do you also provide recommendations, and how many schools do you have currently? Like, if you're working for the high school, like how many universities are you partnering with or have partnered with so that they can collaborate with you?
Yeah, so we have someone who focuses on cybersecurity. We follow all the FERPA regulations regarding student data protection, so we're not licensing any of this personally identifiable information out. So that really increases the security of the site and makes sure that there's not any breaches. But as for schools, we have 10 that have agreed. We have 7 more in addition to the 10 that just need approval from their central administration office. We have 6 of the 10 that are onboarded so far, and the next 4 are getting onboarded over the next 2 weeks. But again, we started onboarding schools about the end of December. So, we're moving quickly, but we have a lot of people excited about the product right now.
What is your business model? Like, what do you charge for the platform? Like, if there's, a parent or the one high school students, yeah, what does your pricing model look like?
Yeah, so we're keeping it really affordable in our early days. It's $99 just to get access to the tech for a year. And then if you want additional help, we've partnered with a couple people who work in financial aid offices of some pretty well-respected colleges. And you can schedule individual time after work, at night to have an hour meeting with them, and that costs $299. So it's there's a couple different stages. If you want to do it yourself and you want all the tools to get it done, and you feel like you can do that analysis on your own, the $99 is perfect for you. But if you feel like you need some additional help, then you can pay extra and get help from an expert. So that's how we're distributing to individuals. And then we also promote lenders and receive a percentage of the loans that we direct from our site to that lender that we promote for. So that's another revenue stream. And then we also sell it to organizations in high schools at a price per student, which is discounted at around $25 a student.
Okay, awesome. I think that's all I had. Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Yeah, I was just thinking, who do you think is your biggest competitor?
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of things out there regarding college admissions. And there's programs in schools like Naviance and Score, which if some of you have children who recently went to high school, you're definitely familiar with those. But we really filled our platform to fill in the gaps where they neglect. So they're focused a lot on answering that whole "will I get in" question. We're answering the question of, is this the right choice for my family? Is this the best value decision? And am I going to be able to afford these loans after school? Am I putting myself in the best situation? So we're more concentrated on the financial parts of things where there are not a lot of competitors in the space. There's one company called College Aid Pro, which is based in Massachusetts and has some financial aid tools on their site. But again, they're not integrating any of the machine learning concepts into their algorithms. It's night and day in terms of the functionality of the platforms.
Okay. Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll ask one final question here. Basically, are there any other channel partners, besides the universities, like the Common Apps or any platforms all parents are using that you're looking to partner and engage with?
Yeah, honestly, like we'd love to partner with one of those Naviance or Scores, something that does focus on admissions, because we think we built it so it segues very nicely from like the different stages that you're at. And so yeah, that would be a great opportunity. But really, it's anybody with a large parent audience, and so tax advisors and financial advisors are a big channel as well, at least for the future while we're building the foundation of it. But yeah, so anybody within the ed tech space, scholarship companies that provide scholarships for students as well, nonprofits are great channels. So if anybody has any connections there, that would be excellent.
Perfect. All right, great job. Thanks for answering all of our questions, and yeah, great work.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. And then the final piece of Q&A tonight is, here we go. We have Circ Plus. So Yanni, excited to have you back up for
Thank you very much. I'm honored. It was such an amazing group of companies here. Love to connect with you all, and appreciate the opportunity to share our story.
Yeah. Happy to kick us off here. So what's the can you walk us through a typical process of getting into a new hospitality space? Like, who do you have to convince, or who gets you in the door, and who gets you implemented?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there's a few different players in the space that we have typically engaged with. A lot of hotel ownership groups have directors or VPs of sustainability that immediately embrace what we have to offer because they've never seen anything like it. The other side is facilities engineering, who are really tasked to streamline operations. There's also RevPAR managers that are looking to increase their RevPAR so they become more profitable. So all of these different individuals, we have a direct line into having those initial meetings and opening doors.
Great.
So
And then,
yeah, so I was just thinking, this is Satish. I think you kind of mentioned it earlier as well. Is it like a B2B kind of sale, or is it more of a who's like the end user, who it is, like if you were to actually profile the customer?
Sure. We have three different customer profiles. One is an independent hotel that is really out there struggling with their profit and loss and looking to streamline their operations. So that's an owner that owns a single hotel or multiple hotels that can make decisions fast. So that's first vertical. Second vertical are ownership groups that have a portfolio of hotels that are looking to streamline operations across the board. There's an incredible amount of pressure on organizations to really lower their costs. Energy is the second highest cost on a P&L, and there's no really easy way. There's nothing on a P&L that will ever come close to saving what we can save in a hotel. And all hotels they operate, Satish, is basically they do this every year at the fourth quarter and say, we think energy cost is going to go up 3% this year. And they budget it and they move on to the next thing. So the way we've approached it is really to deliver a solution that lowers the friction or creates a frictionless experience. We can retrofit in between checkout and check-in and create a smart room and instantly start saving them money. We've done audits in hotels that they don't even look at these numbers. One hotel in Panhandle of Florida, their energy costs went up 25% last year, and they didn't even know. It took us to look at their electric bills to say, did you even notice that? And they're like, no, we had no idea. So that's how we operate. The brands will come eventually. It's not our focus. It's independent hotels that have small portfolios to national ownership groups that are struggling with energy costs.
So is
So
there
how do you reach out to these guys? Like, I'm looking at like, your cost for, cost to acquire customer. They talk about CAC, right?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. We have a network of industry leaders. We are the board of advisors, our who's of industry titans. One of our board advisors, Hari Nar, he runs the global hotel business for Expedia, $7.5 billion. I just pick up a phone or he talks to someone, introduces us. That's one way through our advisors. We also have a network of resellers that are connected to hotels across the country. And then we have design build partners. One in particular, they did 16,000 projects last year for renovations, new builds, and so forth. So each one of them have different groups that we work with, and they've been opening doors left and right.
Okay.
It's pretty exciting. And to give you an idea, we have dealt directly with brands like Radisson Hotel Group in Europe. I was mentioning that before the meeting. That they're in Europe, they have 240,000 rooms, but the pressure is so large in Europe to decarbonize that the only options that hotel brand is facing is raising buildings, tearing down buildings and putting new buildings up to meet the net zero mandates. So they look at our system and they say, I don't have to tear a building down. I can retrofit this in and save all that money. Let's do it. So we actually have two options for pilots in Nice and Lyon, France. So
right.
Again, all of these things, we have the right solution at the right time.
Yeah, one thing I would say is like, your business looks like it's, since you have a manufacturing component and, there's a cost associated to that and, and then the CAC, the cost of acquisition of a customer. You might want to actually monitor that, because investors would ask for that.
Oh, yeah. Very
Yeah.
good point. Very good point. I'll make a note of that. And I don't know if you caught in what I shared, but we have 10,000 of these in stock. So if we focus in on the top 4 ownership groups that have a collective 143,000 rooms, tomorrow, Thursday, I have a meeting with one of the oldest ownership groups in the country. They have 120 hotels and 13,000 rooms. They want 3 pilots. If I just focus in on deploying those 10,000 units, I can generate $20 million of revenue with a 61% margin on that with 0 production risks. And then we go out and part of the business model, we go out and get utility rebates. And because the hotel doesn't pay for it, we put it in, we take 100% of the rebates. So it covers our costs and we almost instantly generate profit from
So this is almost similar to that solar deployment, like, when companies do like solar panel deployments and, the system associated with that. So, sounds like that.
It's very similar, but that is another vertical because everybody's pushing into the green energy side, specifying solar battery. But they don't do, Satish, is that they don't lower their carbon footprint and energy demand and then specify the solar. So we come upstream and showcase how we can save them millions on solar if we reduce their energy costs by 40%. Why burden your property with additional costs if you don't need to? You're just putting a Band-Aid over a Band-Aid.
Okay. Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do have a couple of questions. So the product, like in order, like if there is a hotel and or there's a hotel and they want to use your product, um, how long does it take for you to like do the installation? Given like I'm assuming it's a product, like it's a hardware and the software. So the way they will track the efficiency is through the dashboard you might have, right? Where they can see, or is it you coming in and saying that, hey, this is the energy you have saved? So my question is how long that installation process looks like, for the hotel, like if, you're saying 120 rooms, for example, the
Uh,
installation process. Yeah.
So we have a process. We usually meet with the hotel. We determine a subset of rooms to do a pilot installation. We install e-gauges, which are industry standard to monitor energy, and we build the profile. And that establishes what our rollout plan is. But typically, for us to outfit a 100-room hotel with the installation partners that we have, it's usually less than a week from that standpoint. A pilot of 20 rooms takes us 3 days, two people to do that. And we plan it far enough ahead, but between a go mode with the EcoSense, which has the same functionality as Lux, but is not guest facing. I mean, we could literally deploy in 45 days, 60 days. Um, and we have a sliding business model, a sliding scale. There's no reason why we should have a flat fee across every hotel in the United States. We actually we will ensure that they get a 1 to 3x in their pocket over what they're paying us per month. So we charge more for higher utility rate areas than we do for lower rates. So, and nobody has had an issue. They just look at the bottom line. If you charge us $40 a month per room and we're saving $80 to $120 a month per room, it's a no-brainer.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that was my other question about your pricing model, like how you're charging. And the pilot, or what do you say? Yeah, the pilot thing, you said like you give that to the hotel like 2 months of trial period, or is it
30 days.
30
30
days,
days.
1 month?
They can pay for a pilot, which is we usually bracket in 10% of the rooms in the hotel. So if we do a 100-room hotel, it's 10 rooms. We do 5 circ rooms, 5 non-circ rooms. We monitor them both at the same time, and we push our algorithms for energy savings. And the reality is, I told you we saved 40%. We've done installations where we've saved 60%, but nobody believes us. So when they see the numbers, they start to believe from that standpoint. And then, we rapidly push the system out after that. They can pay for a pilot, and then they can make a decision when it goes in, or we provide a zero cost pilot, but they must deploy the system within 90 days if we hit the low end of our savings model.
And how many, last question, how many active customers do you have, like paying customers that you're working with?
So the EcoSense is brand new. It was just launched at the end of last year, and literally in 3 to 4 months, we filled in the pipeline of 100,000 rooms plus. So on the Lux, we have several paying customers on that, a large hotel that has 200 rooms and so forth. But the focus in the business is this right now. So, and we expect to roll out 3 to 5 hotels in the next 30 to 60 days. And once we do the hotels this first part of the year, we won't ever have to do another pilot again.
Okay, and then you're planning to keep on the maintenance. I'm guessing the maintenance part and the support part is also part of the pricing model or the business model, right?
Yes, yes. They can start with certain features. We deploy, advanced occupancy sensors all wirelessly into the room, door sensors, window sensors, temperature, humidity. We solved all the provisioning. So that's what allows us to go in very quickly. And it really changes the game. The hotel wants us to do everything. They don't want their team because they're so overloaded. They want us to handle it. So we have a fantastic suite of partners around the country to help us deploy and scale.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. No, great job. Exciting business, and thanks for answering all of our questions.
Thank you. Yeah, hospitality, just the kindest, most outgoing people. It's a joy to be around them. It's a struggling industry, and ultimately we're just here to help and get everybody back on their feet and do our part. So
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something. We're gonna hope it works. To have Shweta, Satish, and I join a quick breakout room, talk about you know, based on the Q&A and all the pitches, who we're gonna select as a winner. So hopefully keeps everybody in the main room. We can do a quick we'll be quick kind of discussing and picking the winner. But yeah, feel free to continue chatting either in the chat or amongst yourselves, and we'll be back in a couple minutes to let you know who won the competition. Oh, did that work?
So you want us to join room
Yeah,
number one?
yeah. And I'll see you there. Oh, okay, that worked.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Who's your choice, Shweta?
My choice. Oh, okay. So between Orion Health, Croy, and Sir Q, I'm thinking of like the compliances and everything, like the health part. I'm not sure, like, I know he said that they have like a particular time and they can get it. There are so many factors that is involved in it. And then the hotel part, the AI powered energy efficiency part for the other startup. Given there is a hardware and the software involved, it's hard to enter into the market, or even if they are, it's hard to expand. So expansion will be tough in my perspective for the hotel, energy efficiency. So that's another. The third part for the admissions, Croy, I think that is more. I believe it is easy to expand. It has a lot of, not easy to expand, I would say, potential to expand, because given irrespective it's in the US or, like London or Europe or anywhere, this model can be applied. So there's tons of potential to expand and grow. I was just thinking, so in my opinion, I would say, and given like also the criterias we have, um, the pitching part and also the exit part and where the investment will go, I would suggest, not suggest, my choice or my pick is Croy, first one. Um, the second one would be, I'm like, it's hard to pick like the second between the energy efficiency and the health part, because there are so many compliances involved in health, but it's only focused for kids. So I'm thinking second will be Orion Health and third will be Circ Q Plus. That's my pick.
I'm thinking Orion would be the first because they have a very simple business model. They're trying to directly get to the customer, through, like social media or, like Facebook or what have you. And it's almost like, equivalent to, like they have this kits which they actually advertise for, what is that? To do some other kind of tests, like, so I think it's a simple business model. So the only thing is to, the to kind of focus on customers who really need it. Like it's not like everybody needs it, right? And you're also, I mean, there are difficulties, but like I think it's the the customer acquisition could be fairly simple, and then that way, they don't have that much of a cost, So my first choice would be Orion, and I think second choice would be how do you say that? Korai?
Right. Yeah.
Korai. Yeah.
Yeah.
call it Finances.
Mhm.
In that, again, like there's a lot of competition, like especially, like people still trust person to person. So you're looking for either like a consultant, or in many cases, there are people who are actually recommended by this organization called FAPSA. So, you have to probably kind of somehow partner with those kind of guys. And then the third one, I think, it's a very capital intensive, you know, business. So I'm looking at it from like, investment perspective, like who might want to come in at the early stage. So, like that'll be my third choice. So what do you think, Jason?
Yeah, I was also leaning more Orion Health. Like, I think
Mhm.
yeah, I like their platform. Is
I'm intrigued that, it's like
company.
$20, like that's pretty cool, if they're really
Yeah.
able to make it at that price point.
Yeah, and I
Right.
mean, I think they all had the impact component. I think uh they're all good pitchers and presenters. He's you know, pretty confident because, they have the traction and the recognition to back it up. And yeah, I mean, it's something, it was also getting a lot of engagement in the chat too, which I think means, people will be intrigued at the finals event or semifinals and finals as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I did like, I mean, he made, that's a good point. I think they made, it's also like getting the blood samples, but also they made it more interactive for kids. Like, I think the results, like, they can get through, he showed like there's a book or, comic book. So they are making it more fun. And I know, like, specifically as we have seen, like anything involved with kids, like whether it's a video game or this and that,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very high going. Like, even the YouTube, like, there are millions of, like, dollars, and businesses make more.
Mhm.
So when this kind, like, yes, there is like critical part involved in health, like blood sampling and everything, but the potential to scale is a lot because parents don't want to go outside. They want like at home, like they don't want to carry. So yes, there is a niche problem that he's trying to solve with Orion. So yeah, I think looks like, based on you and Satish, like Orion is like leading contender. So I think
Yeah, yeah. I think the
Um,
training part would also be like, they have to simplify that to an extent where, like that, the intimidation part has to be reduced.
yeah, like how they train parents,
Because,
like how to fill in this and how to deliver the pack, like whatever that may be, like
yeah, and I mean, even the blood
blood
drawing
part.
thing
Yeah,
is
I'm a
the
person.
biggest
Yeah,
challenge.
I am a person like who like
You're probably a mother, so you
I'm not. Oh
you
my God,
empathize.
I'm not. I'm don't have any kids. I'm not even married, so
Oh,
I.
you're not. Oh, okay,
Oh
sorry.
yeah. Oh, it makes me feel like I'm old. What I was going to say is like I cannot stand blood, meaning like I get dizzy when I see blood. So
Hmm.
for me, if I have to do by myself, or I don't know if parents who are like not like very comfortable with doing that, so how do they still do it and it's not like painful for kids or painful for someone else to do it? So that's like a learning curve on how to draw the blood. But yeah.
Actually, I'm advising a company which is into this dialysis. Like they have this kit, which I mean, they want to actually move the process to the home, actually. So they've actually created that kit where, like it can be actually done at home.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
but the challenge they have is to be able to train, the patient who actually needs it, and be able to do everything, like in terms of cleaning the system, and like there's a
Yeah,
bunch of stuff.
I mean, at least it's a one time, or maybe it takes multiple times, but like you're training up front and then you know how to do it every
Right, right,
time
right.
after that.
So only thing is, like since he wants to do it direct, like an Amazon model, so his challenge could be that, like to find the right people.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking you, like, should he partner with some home healthcare delivery company, because they would exactly know, who are the people who are actually needing something like this,
I think he said he's partnering, like, I mean, his business model, I think, is very, I mean, I think he's focusing on businesses like directly like Mayo Health or like Boston Children's Hospital, like those like hospitals, but also he's targeting specifically individuals, which I'm not sure like why hospitals would be doing that if unless they make money out of it, like, it's a revenue share,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
hospitals will lose the business, right? Like if they're not coming to the hospital for the blood sampling, right? So I don't know like how that works, and also
I
like how.
think he was probably saying children's hospitals, which specialize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
children pediatric. So I was like, that's what I was thinking. If you're working with the children's hospital, like, are you do partnering? Like, how they also making money because hospitals also want to make money if they are giving out the kits.
yeah,
The other part I was like, if do they need, so parents would have to order the kits beforehand just to, because if they know like, oh, my sickest kid, they have to order the kit, and how they're gonna find it out? Like, is it, as to your question, Satish, like, is it on the website? How do they even find out? Oh, I have to order on the
yeah,
website.
yeah.
And they're gonna get it delivered at home and test it out. Do they go to the hospitals? They don't even know which hospitals are carrying those kits. So that first step, I think, is like, how do I even find it out? And then, it takes time. So
Yeah, they need to consider partnering. So what happens? Like, do they? I mean, like, do they approach us? Like if they want more, like consulting type of thing.
So we can
What's the
connect with
process?
anyone after the event, like outside of the
Uh-huh.
event. But yeah, I mean, I think we should probably head back into the main room. Do you want
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
you
Right.
to who wants to announce? Do you want me to
Well,
announce?
you
What are
you
you?
you do it. You do it. Because you're the organizer.
All right,
what?
sounds good. Unless, yeah, Shweta, did you want to
Whether
announce?
you want to do it,
Okay,
go
I'll do
ahead.
it. So what do you want me to, Jason? Should I just say like the winner who
All right.
goes to the
Yeah, I'm gonna
semifinalist?
put up, we're gonna go back in. I'll hopefully everyone's still there. No, we'll go back in. Yeah, I'll get everyone's attention, put up the slide that says winner, and then say that you're gonna announce who the winner of the competition is. And then yeah, we say kind of a quick word. Yeah, we can kind of thank everybody, congratulate them, and um
Okay.
oh,
Okay. Sounds good. All right, let's do it.
perfect. All right, closing the rooms.
Leave.
Rest of that.
There we go. We're back. All right.
Okay. Yeah, we're back.
All right, drum roll.
All right. I know. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Jason, and then I will jump in. Were you going to say something?
We have a winner.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Drum roll, folks. Yeah, thank you so much for your patience. Any guesses, like before we announce the winner, any guess, like who's the winner?
we're all winners.
I like that
Yeah,
spirit.
of course. Of course. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone is a winner.
I'm talking to Yanni, so I think maybe his company.
All right.
I second that emotion.
Everyone is a winner. Yeah. I'm not sure if someone is saying, just looking at the chat. Okay. So everyone is a winner. Everyone had like great ideas. The good thing is like we have seen so many startups, either educational, either health tech, either AI related or either power related. So everyone has done a great job. We loved hearing about your startups, and we want you guys to like keep moving forward, take this feedback and, try to incorporate. And without further ado, we would like to announce the winner of the evening for Startup Grind Pitch Battle is none other than Orion Help, Tim.
Oh,
Good
wow.
job,
Thank
Tim.
you.
Yeah, we're
Oh
really
my
impressed.
gosh.
Congratulations, Tim.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody. Wow, this is
Congrats.
wow, amazing. I just want to thank the judges. Thank you very much. And, to all the other entrepreneurs out there, like Yanni and I were saying, it's always a struggle. Just keep moving forward, and you will make your dreams come true.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow, this
Yeah, no,
guy's
we were really impressed.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you hit all the boxes from the pitch itself, the impact you're making, the traction and the people you've already got in behind this that makes it a scalable business and platform. And we see you doing really well in the semifinals and finals. So yeah, we'll all be cheering you on. And then we did also add the startup grind semifinal and finals. Those are also virtual events to the Boston chapter as well. So anybody from our network can go in, like cheer you on, see all the other pitches on there too, and definitely check out both of those events are coming up over the next couple weeks here. And then for everybody that pitched tonight, again, you all did an amazing job, and we'll send out any other recommendations too. We all have anybody in the audience that wants to make connections or support. We're here as a community to bring all the right resources to all of our founders and presenters. So yeah, Tim, amazing job, and everybody, wish you all great success, and we're here to be part of this journey.
Thank you
Good
very
luck.
much, Jason.
Good luck with you guys. And then if
Congratulations.
you want to connect with us, I don't know, would you be able to just send an email, Jason?
Sure. Yeah, I can send a follow-up email to well to all the Satish and all of our participants too, connecting everybody, and then I'll also send an email out to everybody else that attended to make any additional connections and yeah, offer additional support as well.
Okay, yeah. Good
And
luck, guys.
Thanks,
Nice
everybody.
pitches.
Thank
yeah,
you.
congratulations.
Look,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody. Good
Great
luck.
job.
Keep working hard.
Take care.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Stay tuned for the full recording recaps, and we'll clip them down into each of your individual pitches as well.
All right. Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
Thanks, Jason.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.